Welcome to the final days. Today is January 13th, 2020. In my last video on January 11th, I discussed 3 upcoming cosmic events predicted by Mike from around the world, who appears periodically on the Paul Begley channel. One of those events Mike described was a particle wave from space that was supposed to hit the Earth yesterday and today. The first piece of evidence of this particle wave was the volcanic activity in the Philippines, as many of you already know about. This screen print from the Slate News website shows the plumes of ash that were ejected many miles into the atmosphere. And then on the second image down, you can see the gray ash covering everything. And it is becoming so deep in the roads that many vehicles were immobilized. And the third picture at the bottom here shows the resulting crop damage from the ash that covered the landscape. It actually looks so thick that the soil may not be plantable in the future. Next, we have a screen print showing some of the plumes of ash spewing out of the volcano today. And here's a close-up of the ash plumes from that same screen print. More evidence of Earth being hit by the energy wave is a dramatic increase in earthquakes worldwide. Over the past day or so, there were over 500 earthquakes. Earlier this month, January 1st and 2nd, there were a total of 300 earthquakes worldwide. This is nearly a 70% increase in only a week and a half. And something else unusual occurred today. Mary Greeley News reported a very unusual earthquake between Canada and the U.S. near New York. And during the same time of the incoming particle wave, many places experienced extremely high winds. This screen print from NPR News shows wind damage along Lake Michigan. The article states that the 50-mile-an-hour winds caused very high and damaging waves, and the port director, Adam Schlicht, called this an unprecedented event for this area. So apparently this is something that the port director had never seen before. This article just came out today showing damage in Cape Cod from winds that reached 71 miles per hour. This article contains a picture of a tree that has fallen onto a structure. Looks like a boat. 71 miles per hour is getting close to hurricane level, which starts at 74 miles per hour. And something else odd that occurred today were the red skies visible from the far north. These 4 images are the 4 FAA weather cameras located in Inukjuak, Quebec, in Canada. Shortly after sunrise, the sky was red on every horizon, looking to the east, west, north, and south. And on a slightly different topic aside from the particle wave, the next set of images you will see is from the southwest-facing camera, which is the second image from the left. So let's take a look at that footage. The video just wouldn't be complete without looking at least a couple FAA weather camera pictures. Starting at 14:30 UTC time, which is 8:30 a.m. local time here in Quebec, we see the sun starting to rise. These images are 10 minutes apart, so it takes 30 or 40 minutes for the sun to go from that tiny dot that you see to the complete sun halo shown here. These once rare sun halos are now an everyday occurrence, but are hidden from view in populated areas with the use of atmospheric chemicals. But even in the far north, these sun halos are never without cloud cover, but they are visible once in a while. Whereas in the lower 48 states, the chemical spraying is so heavy that the sun halos are never visible. Just one more here from the southeast facing weather camera in Yukon River Bridge, Alaska. Just to the left of the sun, there's a very, very faint but huge celestial object. I'll play the footage through exactly as it came off the camera, and then we'll review it with some contrast. I apologize that the image of this large celestial object is very faint, but the atmospheric chemicals have gone to a whole new level over the past year, causing a severe drop in our bird populations and also aquatic life, as these chemicals are ingested by every living thing in the land, sea, and air. The contrast in these images helps to bring out this mammoth celestial object. So look real closely. If your screen contrast is adequate, then you'll be able to see this image. In the contrasted images, you can see that it is rotating and it has many large craters. It's very, very heavily textured. So we know this can't be a lens flare of the sun, because lens flares of the sun don't rotate and they don't contain craters and heavy texture. This object is part of an inbound planetary system that will be making its closest pass to Earth during the biblically foretold Great Tribulation, which may be upon us now. The particle wave, the rise in earthquakes and volcanic activity, and the extreme wind are all earth changes as a result of this system becoming closer. Jesus describes the last days in Luke chapter 21, verse 25, when he talks about the increase in earthquakes and the signs in the sky when the end is near. Give your life to Christ while you still have time. The next few screens will tell you how to accept Christ into your life. Simply pause the screens if you need more time to read the text. Thank you.